Hey everyone, today I'll be doing a collection tour. This is going to be quite a long video, and this will not be all of my collection, as there is more at my mother's house and stuff that's hidden away or in ammo boxes or cabinets or whatnot. But this is pretty much my entire collection, and I'll be starting with my Allied corner, and then I'll move my way to my Axis corner over here. So going over here, I have a mannequin set up in a Australian World War II uniform. It isn't 100% correct, but I would say probably about 70-ish% of it is original. Starting from the top, we have this mint condition Australian Mark II helmet. I believe it's 1942 dated, but I'd have to take it off and look at the dates on it. Then we have a Avon Mark V General Service respirator that has a Australian satchel. This satchel is actually special as it is actually made by General Motors Holden, which is pretty rare. The British mask is not part of the bag. The bag came with a Mark IV, which I've done previous videos on, the one that was in really poor condition and it cannot be displayed due to its poor condition. So I have the Mark V as a stand-in, but we did use Mark IVs and 5s, so it is technically historically accurate. The shirt is not a World War II period one. It is I couldn't find any specific years, but I think it's a 1980s British, like, green standard issue shirt that I have as a stand-in. Then I have two original patent 37 brand mag pouches on an original belt that has been painted black, probably for parade use. I do also have an original water bottle with an original case. The cork on the top is not original to the bottle, which is, I think, 1943 dated. The pants are original British shorts. I think these are 1944 dated, if I have to remember. Original patent 37, would they be putties or gaiters? I think gaiters are more accurate, but these are original World War II dated gaiters. Next to that, I have a late 50s 303 ammo box. It's not World War II dated, but it is quite interesting, and I didn't really have anywhere else to put it. Going over here, I've got a pretty knackered original 303, patent 37 ammo pouch with the section of suspenders. And then I have likely a Fire Warden Mark II helmet with the inliner and chin strap, and it is also got a name. And then I also have this Civilian Defense Mark II helmet. It's a civilian defense one, as it is made of a lighter steel. Let me get it out. There is the remains of some writing, but unfortunately it's really quite faded. The paint didn't survive very well. This one does have a very poor condition liner, however the chin strap is missing. This helmet is 1941 dated. Both of these helmets are sitting on a original 25-pound artillery box and a World War II, I think 1940 dated Australian signal light box with the light inside and some of the tools. And then I've got down here in the smaller stuff, I've got I think it's a wartime one, but it has the British aircraft and the Axis aircraft battalion and German aircraft on that side, to like identify and familiarize yourself with friendly or hostile aircraft. I've got an original field dressing there. When was it made? 1944 dated. I've got a authentic deactivated World War II 303 bullet. It is dated 1940 on the bottom there. I do have a stripper clip of also deactivated 303s. I've got some Australian Comfort Fund items, a stamp and a little tin button. I've got a couple of World War II dated coins. I've got some World War II dated pennies, half pennies and 3 pence. Then I've got some like uniform badges. I got collar tabs and 2 shoulder board tabs. I've got a 303 rifle oiler. It does have a marking on the bottom there. I've got I think it's World War II era. It's a little Australia pin with another a poor condition shoulder tab and a civilian defense button. Then I've also got a Bofors 40mm anti-aircraft spent shell casing. It is dated 1942. Over here I've got another Australian Mark II. This one's a semi-relic condition as it was left in a poor environment. This helmet was found with my double decal M35 helmet, which I've done a couple of videos on previously. And next to that is my first Australian helmet. This is, I think, a World War I Mark I reissued for World War II. The chin strap on this one is a reproduction and only half of the helmet has paint and the liner is in very poor condition. Both of these helmets are sitting on top of another 25-pound artillery box, this one also being World War II dated. Then I've got a collection of tank parts here. This is a track connector for a M3 Grant tank or Lee. Behind that I've got an original World War II photograph of an Australian Grant tank training in Australia. Next to that I have this is quite a rare piece. This is actually a 30 caliber ammunition ammo box, specifically designed to be mounted inside the turret of a M3 Grant tank, thus its odd shape. It does have quite a bit of the original white paint. It does also have some markings down there. I was told it actually came out of a old farm converted tank. So after World War II, a lot of old Australian army tanks like Stuarts, Matildas, and Grants were converted to farm equipment, and this was recovered from one of those said vehicles. In front of that, I've got a universal carrier track section with a pin. This is 1942 dated with a model universal carrier. And then going over here, I've got 2 French M26 helmets in varying conditions. We got a semi-relic helmet here and a good condition one aside from it being a bit banged up. Going down here, this is my World War I collection. I've got a mint condition M1917 Doughboy helmet here. It is a very nice original helmet that I got for a steal of a price. Next to that, I have a repainted relic M1917 patent helmet. I've got some World War I, apart from that one. These are all from an Australian soldier from World War I. This is an American war medal ribbon, I think, from memory. A medal that I got commemorating the landings at Gallipoli. A Liberty Line pin. Some Australian uniform, tunic, buttons, and also a this is my only Axis power item from World War I. It's a tunic pin. Then I've also got a collection of World War One Australian photographs. You can't really see it very well on camera, but I got this for $10, and it shows like some pictures of an Australian soldier on the transport ships. Going down, I've got my World War II American collection. I've got a M1A2-1-1 non-combatants gas mask, which I've done many videos on in the past. An original World War II photograph of some Japanese merchant ships being sunk and burning. I've also got my front seam fixed bell M1 helmet that was formerly a shovel or some other form of farm utility thing. A lieutenant's pin, I'm not sure what vintage that is, but I think it's World War II. I'd have to do some research, but this is a unit patch. Then I've got I think it's either a senior or a junior flight badge, 2 ration like coins, and a couple of relics that were recovered from Okinawa. And then going down here, I've got my Soviet / very limited Ukraine war collection. I've got a post-World War II 50s era SSH-40 helmet. Down here I've got some I've got a Soviet pin and a medal that was issued to World War II veterans. I've got some Cold War era patches here. Back here I've got some Ukraine war stuff, like a fridge magnet, gas mask lenses under the Trident, and this little square is a little piece of shot down Russian missile. Down here, this is I think it's a British Mark II helmet with a gas mask. The lighting down here is not very good, as it's in a very dark corner, but I've also got some Canadian World War II stuff down here. Going over here, I've got a couple of civilian defense items. I've got a World War II British Air Raid Warden's helmet with a civilian duty respirator, and it's not World War II dated, but it's still an interesting piece. It's a civilian defense corps, like Air Raid Warden's armband. It is dated there, what is it? It's hard to see. I think 1954. So there's my civilian defense items. They're sitting on 2 original World War II Australian ammo boxes, 25-pound artillery ones. And then those are sitting on a World War II dated 37mm tank gun ammo box. As you can see, shot armor piercing M74, 37mm gun, and packed August 1942. This is a very interesting box. I do keep stuff in my ammo boxes. I think in this one I have an Australian helmet that was converted like a shovel post World War II. My Mickey Mouse gas mask is in there, a chest microphone, and a couple of other bits and bobs. And then over here I've also got some like Vietnam era / like more modern stuff. I've got a 84mm mortar ammo box here, a Vietnam era M1 helmet here, a Vietnam era water filter, I think it is, 2 pistol belts, an American and an Australian one, a water bottle in its carrier. I've also got a Australian M1 helmet, which has been reissued a couple of times as there's multiple names in it. A American grenade pouch. Over here I've got a Vietnam era periscope housing with a 1942 dated periscope in it. The periscope is in working condition with a tanker's helmet just slapped on top. Then over here I've also got, it's a Euroclone M1 helmet with a Vietnam liner in it on some 1980s combat boots that I use for filming. Alright, now going over to my Axis corner, we'll start with the relic helmets. So we've got a decaled relic helmet here, which I've already shown pretty much all of these in my relic video, my German helmet video. I've got a battle damaged M42 helmet. It's got a shrapnel hole there, and a ricochet there, and a couple of other exits and entries. Then I've got a M35 helmet, which I've already shown in my German helmet collection. These two helmets are new here. We've got a former double decal M35 helmet, I believe Luftwaffe, judging by the bluey grey paint. You can sort of see the red from the double decal and the outline of it on this side. It does also have a bullet hole at the top there. This one is actually a SE helmet. As you can see the stamps there. Unfortunately, the production mark is not seeable due to the rust. This one also came with some sections of the liner band, as well as this section here, which actually has the manufacturer, Berlin 1939. And then I've also got this helmet here, which is in very poor condition. However, it does still retain a little bit of the decal seen there. This helmet apparently came from a burned out bunker in Latvia, or was in the Kurland pocket. And then we'll go over here. I've got some replica helmets I've done up for filming. If I ever pull my finger out of my ass and make another one, I've got some helmets here, a double decal M35 and a single decal transitional M18. Then I've also got a master collection of World War II period magazines. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll just quickly flick through them and show you what I've gotten. We've got that. Got a couple of these the Wehrmacht ones. I did have these in chronological order. There's another one. There's some paperwork from World War II. This is not a book, but a book cover about the Kriegsmarine, and some World War II Australian magazines. I won't bother getting these out just because I'll probably end up doing a specific video on my collection of magazines. I'll probably just do both the Axis and the Allied ones. Let me just put these all back. I do keep them in these plastic sleeves so dust and other crap doesn't get in them. And I keep them down here as well just so they're out of the sunlight. Alright, and then over here I've got a, I'm not going to get it out because the liner is in pieces, but it's an original Italian M33 helmet that was issued for the Spanish Civil War. So it's got a Spanish helmet liner in it. At the back there I've got a German World War II civilian defense gas mask filter, which I couldn't find really anywhere else to put it. A Bulgarian World War II model M36 Model C helmet, and a relic condition Japanese civilian defense helmet with a little bit of the Berlin wool here seen here. Going here, I've got my Luftwaffe display. I've got a Luftwaffe collar tab there. A single decal Luftwaffe M35. You can't really see it very well in video, but you can see the wing tips and the outline of the swastika for the eagle. I've got a photo card of a Luftwaffe soldier. Got a single decal Luftwaffe M40 helmet relic, seen here, which I've already done a video on. It's in my German helmet collection. And then we've also got a original World War II death card here. From memory, this soldier was killed in action on the Eastern Front. I've got a 1:6 scale Luftwaffe. I think the correct term is Obergefreiter. I could be wrong, it's the single chevron. Then I've got a 1:6 scale Kettenkrad. Yeah, Kettenkrad. And as you can see, it's a Luftwaffe one because it's got Wehrmacht Luftwaffe. If it was WH, it would be Wehrmacht. And then I've got a reproduction Luftwaffe garrison cap on top of an original gas cape bag. It's got all the original markings on the inside. Then I've got my civilian defense / Luftschutz collection. I've got a Wasserschutzpolizei garrison cap there, or side cap, depending on how and where you are. I've got a beautiful Luftschutz helmet, apart from it being repainted on the inside and there's no liner. It's got a very nice original decal along the front, which sits on a Draeger original gas mask canister, which houses my World War II German post stamps and coins. Then I've also got a civilian war merit scene here. I've got a former decaled gladiator helmet. This is an early war 3-piece one. You can sort of see little speckles of the decal here and there where the silver and the black are. Then I've got one of my favorite items in my collection. And it's an original former decaled beaded M40. Once again, you can sort of see little speckles of the decal, but these two helmets were likely denazified after World War II. Behind that, I have a child-sized VM40 gas mask. Then I've also got two M35 helmets here. This one is an original wartime one with the comb, however the decals are reproduction. And this one is a Junkers factory helmet. Going up here, I've got my Wehrmacht and other more army stuff and Kriegsmarine. I got some Kriegsmarine buttons here, a postcard with an original tunic eagle, a relic M42 with a shrapnel hole in the top of it, a relic K98K bayonet that was found in Poland. Then I've also got a occupation of Czechoslovakia medal in the original case. I'm going to try and do this one-handed. Very nice medal with the original case. Then I've got a collection of death cards back there. I've got my double decal Quist size 64 M35 helmet. This is pretty much the pride of my collection. In front of that, I've got some, from memory, they're actually World War I dated K98K ammo pouches and a Gott mit uns Höher belt buckle. This has been denazified, but it's still a cool relic. And I've also got a little collectible enamel pin of a German soldier holding skis. And then I've also got a restored M42 ET62 helmet seen here. This is another helmet that I'll probably use for filming. Then I've got a Kriegsmarine Gefreiter or Obergefreiter chevron that I actually got for a really good price. I've got some a Bakelite decontamination tablet bar little thingy. It's a really long German word, I can't remember. And then I've also got a replica Inet stick granata. This one I'll probably also use for filming instead of that crappy paper one that we've been using. And then I've also got, this is the newest collection item to my German collection. It's an original size 60 battle damaged M35 helmet. It is very small in comparison to my other helmets. It is minuscule, you can't really see it, but if I was to put that helmet next to my size 64, it would be tiny. It's a very small helmet. The shell alone sits snugly on my head without the liner, but as you can see, the shrapnel has gone through the back and hit the skirt there. You can sort of see the dent on the video, and it has taken a hit to the top, which has fractured the steel. And then back here, I've got a reproduction filled Grenadier. My German is very bad. This is like military police. That's a reproduction. And then I'm going to do a cut, but I will quickly show you my photograph collection. It's not strictly German, but it's primarily German because the Germans took pictures of just about anything and everything they did. So I'll come at the back there. I've also got my World War II German photographs. So there are a couple of other nations like Japan and American, but there's probably like 150, 200 odd pictures in there, so I probably won't bother showing all of them. But outside of that, that's pretty much my entire collection. I have got more photographs and a GM34 gas mask relic that are yet to come, but outside of that, that's pretty much my collection as of now. I'll probably do one of these when I feel like I've amassed more stuff. Probably in like another 8 months or whenever I feel like it. So that'll be my collection tour until then. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.